Hi, dear dreamers. This is Lisa Hayes, host for Dreams for Society and coach with Dreams for You Coaching. Today is August the 2nd, 2021. Woo! We are in Leo energy. Not that I'm an astrologist. However, I always love the 8 and the fire. I happen to be a fire monkey. A monkey is fire in the Chinese zodiac, and I was born in the year of the fire element. And then also, numerology, I'm a life path 22 and a Scorpio. Okay, there you have it. Laid it out for you. In terms of my identity. So guess what? We're talking about identity. So what does all this mean? Do I identify with being a fire monkey, a Scorpio, and a life path number 22, master number 22? Well, of course I do. I'm subject to the human condition. I think we all are. However, I will say that I am releasing more and more of the attachment to my identities. I have been able to do that through the years successfully by releasing my identity of being an attorney. I don't even think of myself as being an attorney, even though I'm in inactive status and not officially retired. I can't even imagine my identity being anywhere near being that of an attorney. That was a past life. That was another life. So I've released my identity. I had to in order to prematurely retire from that arena. Released my identity as being a lobbyist. Same situation. Released my identity of being a wife when I got a divorce over 10 years ago. So what does all this mean? Obviously, I haven't released my identity as being female or a mother. I'm still very active in those roles. However, again, I'm less attached to that, and it frees me up, right? It gets my mind less convoluted with comparing myself with others. Am I better than you? You're lesser than me. Am I right and you're wrong? I'm right because I'm a lawyer and I know everything. I mean, here's the deal, guys. As we free our minds from identifying with various things that we always identified with, then we're less apt to judge. We're less apt to compare ourselves with others and feel lesser than others. So again, we can find this identification in the political realm. I've de-identified with politics, having been born and raised in it and then lobbying for 35 years. Of course, I was around politics galore. So I have just disassociated myself with any identification of either party or any of the parties. It just doesn't serve me anymore to take sides. The time is now to take all sides, to realize that we're all connected, that we're really not separate. Let's think about animals, our beautiful pets. I'm sitting here in the hammock with one of my kitty cats on my lap. What does she identify with? Well, she identifies with hunger, but she doesn't identify with her body. She's not worried about being fat or thin. She's not identifying with her beauty, and she's not worried about losing it as she gets older. These identifications, these forms of identity that we take on, we're fearful, we're scared to death we're going to lose those identities. And that's why we see a lot of people resisting getting out of bad marriages or leaving their jobs that don't serve them anymore, because it's just too fearful to lose that identity of ourselves. Well, who are we going to be? Who are we if we leave our job or we leave our marriage? What I have discovered through the years is that the more I de-identify, the more I let go of my identities, the freer I become because I'm less inclined, as I said earlier, to judge or compare myself with others. This is the true freedom. If we can free our thoughts, our thinking of judgment, like right now, what's particularly interesting as we live in this realm of incredibly judgmental times, it seems, not only in politics, which has always been a judgmental thing, and, of course, in war times, where we judge ourselves as being right and our enemies being wrong. We're seeing the whole world judging each other in this era of pandemics. Think about it. It's like this line of demarcation like none other in my lifetime, because I didn't grow up in the world wars. I've grown up in wars, Iraq War and things like that, Vietnam War. However, it didn't hit home like this pandemic. This pandemic is pervasive. It's drawing lines of demarcation in families and friendships. And people are saying, I'm on this side, you're on that side, and I'm right and you're wrong. And I'm better than you and you're lesser than me because I'm over on this side. And it could be anything like, I think masks are good. It's the right thing to do. Wearing masks, and the other side says, I think masks are harmful and it's not the right thing to do. One side says, I think vaccines are good, and of course, on and on and on like that. So what do we do? The people that are on one side or the other are identifying with those sides. It is time to take all sides, to have compassion and understand both sides, all sides. And then that frees us from being on any side. So think about that, ponder that. I will too, as I've moved through my life journey, and I have many, many more years to come in my intuitive downloads. When I was young, I knew I would be in my 90s. So I've got a lot more years to live on this earth, and to de-identify with the many identities I've piled up. And we can all do that and free ourselves more and more as we de-identify. We free ourselves more and more from judgment and comparison. And we free ourselves from taking a side. And we can now start to take all sides. So identity is key here. Who are we? That is the question for next time. Love and joy, Lisa.